Hare, on our topic today in the lecture series of book distribution. So the topic today is how to do book distribution. Actually, I think all of us have some experience how to do this. Most of us have done it, and everyone has spent some time distributing books at a table or maybe to their friend. But there's a lot of things here we can learn, and which will formalize our knowledge in a structured way of how to distribute books. So we saw how book distribution is a major part of our Iskcon mission. We saw that by hearing many quotes of Srila Prabhupada, where he said that this is the main important mission of Iskcon, and if this is happening, there's all success, everything will come, so many things. We also saw how it's our duty to serve Srila Prabhupada by assisting in his Guru Maharaj's mission of spreading books of Krishna consciousness all over the world. Srila Prabhupada's Guru had asked him to print books and spread them all over the world, especially in English. So that is Srila Prabhupada's mission, and he wanted that we also take part in it. And if we do that, we are helping Prabhupada. That's our duty, because Prabhupada has saved us, brought us into this mission, brought us to Krishna consciousness. So we also heard about how there are amazing benefits for one who does book distribution, his sadhana and his chanting, reading, advancement in Krishna consciousness, purity. What to speak of the person getting the book, he'll also get benefit. And benefit comes to the BBT for all books, the profit made by the BBT, the profit goes towards building temples and printing more books. So anyway we look at it, by distributing books, Prabhupada's books, there's a great auspicious event. Now the next question is, so how do we do this? How do we distribute books? Someone may say, okay, I'm very interested, so let me know how to distribute books. So let's look at it. First of all, book distribution, we say book distribution, this is not a material event. We can't compare it to distribution of blankets, distribution of anything else. Book distribution is a spiritual event, and in order for us to do it, one, we have to be in a spiritual consciousness. It might be on some level, you see that some shopkeepers take many books and are able to sell them, or some people are able to sell many books, but they're not devotees. They may be able to sell some books for some time, but to consistently sell many books over a long period of time, this requires empowerment. Or either that, or the person distributing will gradually become spiritualized, become a devotee, because it happens under the spiritual energy. Prabhupada himself said that his books are distributed by the enthusiasm of his devotees. Because some people think that, okay, I was in sales, so now I came into Iskcon, I was doing sales in a company, so I can sell these books also, but that won't happen. Many times we have seen that it won't happen like that. So now let's understand. First of all, book distribution. Why do we do book distribution? Book distribution is done because it is the order of Sri Guru. There are many reasons, but mainly because Guru ordered, so we do it. And therefore, it is our duty. It's the duty of us to do what the Guru has ordered. And because Sri Guru has ordered and he's representative of Krishna, and this is a spiritual event, the result does not depend on us. The result comes from Krishna directly. He is the supreme controller, and he resides in everyone's heart. He can induce someone to take a book or to not take. Generally speaking, it depends on the person whether they want to take a book or not. You know, we have that much free will. We speak about free will. So it's up to us. Do you want to take Bhagavad Gita? Do you want to be Krishna conscious or not? It is up to us. So when the book distributor approaches someone and asks him to take a book, he may agree, he may not agree, that's up to him. But when we are taught that when the desire of the book distributor to give the book is higher than the desire of that person not to take the book, then from inside Paramatma will make him take the book. If we strongly desire that I want this person to take a book and we are enthusiastic, it's our deep longing, then inside Paramatma will cooperate and intervene. So how do we prepare our side? Because now whether he takes the book, it depends on him. But on our side, what can we do to make sure that we can distribute a book and prepare ourselves for the mission of book distribution? Now, I'm speaking as a person who, I used to do a lot of book distribution. At one time, I did it full time, whole day, for some years. But I have continued doing it on a part-time basis for a long time. Very recently now I'm not doing, but the principles are the same. They won't change. What are the principles for distributing the books? Whether it's in 50 years, 20 years, it's the same thing. Because spiritual truth is absolute. It doesn't change. It is fixed. So now, first thing for distributing books is sadhana. Since this is a spiritual event and a spiritual action, the sadhana should be strong for the person. And we have seen it, that the better our sadhana is, the more books we give. There's a direct correlation here. If someone is reading nicely and chanting, he'll be able to distribute many books, or else not. So sadhana means, what is sadhana? Daily, consistent spiritual practices. For example, chanting 16 rounds. What did Srila Prabhupada put as our basic sadhana? Chanting 16 rounds daily, following the 4 regulative principles, rising early for Mangalarti, and that gives potency, very powerful potency, when we rise before sunrise and chant or read. And daily reading of the Bhaktivedanta purports, that means reading Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam or Chaitanya Charitamrita. Daily, Prabhupada gave a period of 2 hours, in some cases 3 hours. This is minimum, he said. This is what he gave for us to become self-realized. 2 to 3 hours of reading and hearing lectures from Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Majorly Srila Prabhupada lectures, but also our Diksha Guru, our aspiring Guru. So, we mentioned about rising early and taking only prasadam, because when we take prasad, our intelligence is spiritualized. When we take food cooked by non-devotees, then we absorb their guna, whatever is their guna and their consciousness. So this is the basic sadhana that Srila Prabhupada has given, and then there can be more, regularly visiting holy places or other things. So this is the basic things that we have to follow. One now other thing is that we have to eliminate asat sangha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asked, who is a devotee? He gave different answers at different times. Who is a Vaishnav? He said, asat sangha tyag a Vaishnav achar, that one who gives up association of non-devotees. So when we eliminate association of non-devotees, that means their topics, we will not be indulging in prajalpa, material topics. Also among devotees, speaking of prajalpa, that means material topics, mundane topics, discussing for so long. And this includes social media, Facebook, YouTube. These things drain our spiritual energy because we are associating with non-devotees in electronic way, online. So social media, mundane topics on internet and discussion of mundane topics, this drains our spiritual energy. So for a book distributor, they will avoid this. We'll find it that if we improve our sadhana and avoid association with non-devotees and stop excessive online time, then we can distribute books. And not only that, but if we do not distribute books on that particular day, then what will happen is that we'll be able to handle it. The day when we go out and distribute books and we're not able to do that, it's very disturbing for us. Maybe we may feel very upset. But if we practice proper sadhana, then even if we don't distribute books at that time, then even if we don't distribute books, but we'll be able to handle it well. Okay, for example, when we wake up early for Mangalarti, when we chant good rounds and we read Granth, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, etc., Charitamrita, then the influence of Tamogun and Rajogun is lost. That the influence is minimized. So that helps in our book distribution, because then there's minimal anger and tiredness, annoyance, anxiety, a fruitive gain, that, I have to give many books, I have to be seen to be a great personality, great book distributor. So when Rajagun, Tamagun disappear or become less, that is less. So we can easily do book distribution and tolerate the reverses. So that comes with good sadhana. We'll notice that when our sadhana drops, our book score drops. I saw this practically because I was doing book distribution even on a full-time basis. So I saw that when doing book distribution, one day I could not read as much as I normally do or chant as well, immediately I'm not able to do the last push to distribute the book. Normally I can do it, I can say something, or I'm meeting the wrong people, different things happen or things go wrong. But if we do our sadhana is good, that will be okay. Okay, now another thing. We spoke about sadhana, how to distribute books. First thing is you should have good sadhana. Second thing, education and meditation. Education in the sense that we have to understand the mission of book distribution. We have to understand what is the whole mission about. That Srila Prabhupada has written these books, but they're actually dictated by Krishna. These books are containing the potency of Krishna as a deity. And when we read, we are associating with Krishna, it purifies us and everybody. And distributing them is extremely pleasing to the Guru Parampara, Srila Prabhupada and Krishna. Now, if we properly understand what is the mission of book distribution, then we're able to persevere and be determined to do it. And when things get difficult, we just go on with it. And whatever austerity is needed to be performed, we can do it because we understand the seriousness of the situation. So that will come with education, understand the mission. How to do that? We have to hear lectures of senior book distributors or lectures about book distribution, and also hear the quotes of Srila Prabhupada on book distribution. I'll share those on the group. There's so many. I spent long time compiling under topics. So I spoke about education. Second, meditation in this same category, education and meditation. Meditation in the sense that while we're distributing books, our mind should always be meditating on, that mission that I'm doing. I'm here representing Prabhupada. And I'm not here alone. The parampara is here. The books are there. In the books, in the purports are Rupa Goswami and the previous acharyas. And I have to do this mission. And that determination increases when we understand, when our meditation is proper. Meditation. What is our mind on? Our mind should be on the service. And that will create a spiritual consciousness. and determination and a push that people have to get these books. Okay. Third thing, preparation. How to do good, effective book distribution. How to do book distribution. Be prepared in the sense that the day before book distribution, we have to properly choose the venue where we will go. Will we go house to house? Which houses? We'll go to a temple. And so if we're going to a certain temple, we should have gotten permission and arrange the books. This is very important. If we do things last minute or on the just before, that disturbs our spiritual concentration and it will affect our book distribution. So even the book should be arranged before. If we are giving stacks of books, make the stacks. Or the books are packed in a box ready, or whoever's bringing the books, he knows where to bring them. And we call the volunteers. Who's volunteering? Don't call the next day. Call the day before and organize the teams and where they'll meet. Everything should be done properly. And more details. Organize prasadam. When volunteers come, what will you do for prasad? Either you bring it or tell someone to bring it, or you induce some grahasthas who are not there that they can be part of the mission of book distribution simply by preparing prasad. It's a big thing. They're also involved in the book distribution. So organize the prasadam, organize the book supply. Supposing the books run out, what will you do? This person will bring it, or that person will bring it, or I'll go get it. Where from? So organize supplies, or you bring a car, park it, or bring boxes. It has to be organized. Okay. If you have a marathon, that means we are doing book distribution over a long time, like Vaikuntha Ekadashi. They should be shifts, or if someone can go the whole time, okay, but it won't be, not likely. They should be shifts. Organize their shifts. This person will come, now this person will rest, other one, like that. Okay. The night before, get good sleep. If you get good sleep, you are more alert. The accounting system, how will you keep track of the books? Who will note it? Tracking, sales and accounting system, similar thing. All right. How to do book distribution? Next point, contact. A book distributor is concerned with distributing books, but normally there's something called contact sankirtan. Oh, let's look at this. That's another point. Contact sankirtan is the point after this. Now the point here, contact means how you make contact with the public and what you do. Okay. So now just before starting book distribution, it's been my habit to chant Mangalacharan. You can chant your Guru's Pranamantra, then Srila Prabhupada, then the Guru Parampara, then Abhidya Sambandha, Prayojan Pranamantras for the deities, then Krishna Pranamantra, Radha Pranamantra, Vandeham Shri Guru, like that, and Vaishnava Pranamantra, Jai Shri Krishna. As many mantras you chant, invoke the blessings of the Guru Parampara and the Rupa Sanatan, the 6 Goswamis, and all the Vaishnavas. So chant Mangalacharan, okay, then you start book distribution and approach people in a friendly way. They'll be afraid when you're approaching. You'll also be afraid, but they are more afraid that who is this person? Why is he coming to me? This is not done in public. Generally, everyone is minding their business. So approach in a smiling, friendly way. Okay, what do you have to say? 3 things. Immediately, you should communicate, who are you? I'm from Iskcon, etc. What are you doing? I'm distributing books. We are trying to inspire people to take Bhagavad Gita. Who are you? What you're doing? Third, what they should do. Please take a book. Communicate. Don't leave any doubt. Whatever you're speaking or talking, these 3 things should be clear. Or they'll get confused. So what do you want me to do? Or who are you? Ramakrishna? Or, there'll be confusion. Be clear about these 3 things. Who are you? What you're doing? What they need to do. Besides that, you can speak many other things. It's Diwali and this and that. Okay? When it comes to saying the cost of the book, don't be afraid. Don't be nervous. And the price is this much. Or, just say the price. This is the cost. This is the donation. It's a cost for the book. the books are at cost. Okay, if you're nervous, they get suspicious. So why isn't he telling me the cost? Or you're waiting at the end to say the cost. We are waiting too long. And so while we are waiting, they're getting doubtful. Why isn't he saying the cost? And they're suspicious that, oh, maybe he's overcharging. Okay, now while you're talking, be sure to hear what they're saying. Maybe they cannot take the book because of some reason. So you have to hear them, because you have to cancel out whatever they're going to tell you, the reasons that they cannot take the book. So listen to what they're saying so you can cancel it. But don't listen too much. We don't listen too much what they're saying because it's not so much important what they're saying. We want them to take the book, so we have to preach. Okay? But there's a balance, because if you don't hear what they say, they may say, actually I want Srimad Bhagavatam, not Bhagavad Gita. So let's hear what they say. Then you cancel the points by, I cannot take the book because I don't have money. Oh, how much money? We are asking 400 for Gita. Actually, we recharge our phone every month. We spend so much to enjoy. We spend a lot of money every day. 400 is not a lot. So listen to their objection, so we can, objection handling, we can overcome it. Okay, the mood of the book distributor, yeah, we're still on contact, okay, how we are distributing. The mood of the distributor is that they should be meditating on Guru and Krishna, saying this is the mission. Okay, it's not a mundane sale job I'm doing. This is a great mission. I'm coming as a servant of the parampara. Okay, the book distributor should be detached, because this person may just walk away or not want the book, and if you're looking attached, it looks very clear. They can see he's trying to sell the book to me by any means, and then they get put off. But if you're detached, but not detached like I'm not going to push, you can push in a detached way. There's a way to do it. Try to persuade them, but don't be attached. And don't get upset or angry if they don't take it or if they ask strange questions. We have to avoid guna and attachment. This will be a result of attachment. When we are speaking with people, we should be on the best behavior, because they can see this person is from Iskcon, this person is a representative of Prabhupada. So, and if you get angry, upset, or you're impatient, you're asking too many questions, if you say things like that, then you spoiled it. This person again won't have a bad opinion of Iskcon, may not take a book again next time also. So we have to be careful about that. Be on the best behavior. Okay, another point is here. I've seen this in many people. They don't know how to seal the deal. That means when we are discussing, we are showing the book, at some point you have to turn off and end it and try to distribute the book. Because this person, he found someone to talk to. They can go on and on talking. And we can talk to them, but this is not the time and place. You can take their number, call them to the temple. But we have come out to distribute books. Don't prolong contact. Come distribute the book or go to the next person. Many people are waiting for the books. Don't spend too long with one person. You exchange the greetings and you exchange your views, try to gauge what is this person's mind, and maybe you need a little persuasion, try to persuade him. But if they're adamant, we'll not take a book or this or that, or you get into some long big discussion, end it, try to last time conclude and show the book. Still they don't want, then close it, go to the next person. Okay, you can even say that I'm trying to in 1 hour distribute these books. So if you'll excuse me, can I take your details and we can discuss further in the temple. Okay, sealing the deal. This is important. Otherwise you'll spend half an hour with one person and they won't take the book. Okay, this may look like, oh, why we are fruitive. In a way we are trying to distribute many books for pleasure of Srila Prabhupada. So we have to do it effectively. Now, supposing you're trying to close the deal, but one obstacle is this person cannot decide, what book do I take? So what you have to do, decide for them. How do you know that? You will see what they like when you show the different books, how their face changes. Actually, they'll want a particular book. Or you can see, like if it's women, we try to show Krishna book. Someone, if they seem like they don't have a problem with money and they're able to, they look serious and intellectual, we try to show Bhagavatam. Although there are no fixed rule, you never know who will take which book. But the point is that if they cannot decide which book to take, you decide for them. But we have to move on. We have to, we say seal the deal. Okay. Now, we were speaking about contact. That means how we make contact with someone and distribute the book. Now, there's something else called contact Sankirtan. Iskcon has a minister of book distribution, just like all the ministries have a minister, someone in charge. So his name is Vijay Prabhu. He comes from America, and he's a brahmachari in America, and now he's also in charge of organizing book distribution. So he mentioned this point of contact Sankirtan, although maybe others had also mentioned, I'm not sure. I heard it from him, where he said that while distributing books, you may meet some people who are very enthusiastic and interested. So take their details, call them to the temple, or you keep contact with them, try to make them chant, give them more books, give them, help them in Krishna consciousness. This is very pleasing also to Krishna, because this person can take more books, and just little bit, we don't have to do so much. The books preach. Just keep them reading, give them more books. Gradually they'll come to a higher level. So contact Sankirtan, and then when they read few books, they become devotees. You induce them also to distribute books. Okay, now when it comes to which books to distribute, simple answer is any book of Prabhupada can make someone a devotee. The first book I got was a small book, Easy Journey to Other Planets. I got it on the streets. I just coming home from college, and someone brought this book. So when I read it, it was amazing. I thought this is a small book, but it's amazing, phenomenal. So we can distribute any book, even the small books. But if we look at Prabhupada's quotes, okay, there's many quotes, I'm not sharing them here, but I'm going to post them all on the group under titles. Prabhupada mentioned that he wants every respectable person to get Bhagavad Gita, to get a full set of his books. In another quote, he said, everyone should have Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, we should not be afraid to distribute big books. Sometimes we may think that I'm distributing this book, but they should read SSR, Bhagavad Gita. When the books go out and it's in their house, then Krishna takes care. But Prabhupada wanted Bhagavatam to be spread out. All he wanted. But not only that, we also have Bhagavad Gita. Now, Bhagavad Gita is the most popular book of Prabhupada. Bhagavad Gita also, some people feel like, okay, let me give people a small book, they don't have money, or I'm going to a village, they'll not have money, and all these things. It's not like that. I remember one incident that was in 2010, I think, or 9. I was in Tamil Nadu distributing in Vellore district. I was in Iskcon there. So someone told me that, can you come to my village and we'll do book distribution? I said, okay. So we planned that the whole day will be there. We left early in the morning. He told me, please pack many small books. And I thought, that's not good. Why? I mean, we should take Bhagavad Gita, Krishna book. So we went there, and after some time, I even began to doubt. Look, this is a village. How will they take this? But I just said that because I heard the quote of Prabhupada. So then he looked, he said, oh, you didn't take small books. What are we going to do? Oh, we cannot distribute now. What's going to happen? No one will take the books. I told him, let's go house to house. So first we went to the village head. And he took a set of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna book, and Bhagavatam. Then we were walking. We met the milkman. A milkman came, and we preached to him. He said, it sounds good, but I don't have money. Then I said, you pay later, pay slowly. So he took the book, and that person took his contact. In this way, we distributed 22 Mahabig books. Gita, Krishna book, Bhagavatam. And that person, I'm still in contact with him. He completely changed. He was so happy. He said, I can't believe it. In the village, all these people have Bhagavad Gita, all of these people will be having Krishna book, and they'll benefit their children. This whole, we can preach so much more after this. So that was experience. And I just want to say that don't look at cost too much. Whether someone will take Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, you have to make them want it. Especially when I was in a talk given by His Holiness Jai Dvaita Swami. I was in South Africa in a BBT conference where people were complaining that, Maharaj, there are many people who are impoverished in Africa. They cannot afford the books. So he said one point. He said, nowadays everyone has a phone. People have good shoes. You can see they have money. But the point is, they're keeping their money for something else. So what you have to do is persuade them that this is something they need, because they're going to take something that they need, they'll spend money on that. You have to convince them that this is something that you need. So if they're convinced, then they'll take it. Okay, so we have to preach on the merit of the book. If we are reading Bhagavad Gita, for example, then we know what it is. We are convinced. We convince people, they'll take it. But if not, we'll say, oh, this person won't take because of this, because of that, because they're a student, or because they look uneducated, whatever reason we give. But the point is that these books can be given, anybody can take Gita. Any country, people are outside of India taking Gitas. They don't know who is Krishna, what is Krishna. But they take books and they will go on book distribution. They take Bhagavatam sets. So even Bhagavatam sets can be distributed. Don't think that, oh, this person has not read this book, that book, I'll not give them a set. That Krishna will take care. I know a temple president of a temple in Tamil Nadu, 3 hours from here. And he came to the mission by reading 2nd canto Bhagavatam. He joined Iskcon. He read it twice. That is the most philosophical part of Bhagavatam. So anyway, this is the point that I want to say, that don't be scared to distribute big books, to distribute sets to people and Maha big books. Oh, that I cannot do it, how will I do? If you are chanting 16 rounds and reading the books, you can do it, because it's not us doing it. This is a spiritual activity. We are getting empowered by Krishna to do it. We are not the doer. And if we're in good consciousness, Krishna will use us as an instrument to distribute. Okay, so Prabhupada wanted that Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita to be distributed. This should be distributed widely. Okay, but even Bhagavad Gita, Krishna book, all of these books. While distributing books, if it happens that, oh, the book score has gone down, we are distributing many books, now the score has come down. What are the reasons? Different reasons are there. One is that we committed an offense to someone, because book distribution is very sensitive. The day that I remember we'd go book distribution, if I made someone upset, then I'll not be able to distribute a book, or my score goes down. Even one person. So before going out, we used to pay obeisance to everybody and say that, forgive me for my offenses, please give me your mercy that I can distribute books. Become very humble. Then when we go out, we're able to distribute by mercy of Krishna. So we shouldn't be lose heart if our book score goes down. We simply try to rectify if we did some offense. Another thing is that our sadhana has gone down. Also, another point is that Krishna is testing us, that look, he's only going out if he's distributing many books. Now his books are not going, so everyone is saying, oh, he's giving less books. So I'm not looking good in front of everyone, so I'm not going out. So it could be a test. Krishna is seeing how much we are going out. We are going out because it's our duty. Sri Guru said it, that even if I don't give a book, I'm going out. Or I'm giving many books, so I'm going. Now I'm not giving books, so I'm not going. I stopped going out. So this is a point we have to see. It could be a test, or it could be an offense, or it could be our sadhana. And then fourth point is, it could just be that the area is not good. So just go to another area, but don't change the area immediately. Stay some time, because sometimes book distribution takes time to pick up. I remember one particular day, we went house to house. It was in Vellore, Tamil Nadu. And we didn't give any books. I think we gave one book in 1.5 hours. And normally we'll give 10, 11. So then I'm thinking, what is going on? But I kept going because I said, we came out to distribute books. I'm going to finish the whole time, which is 2 hours. We do book distribution. Then when it was 5 minutes remaining for 2 hours, we entered one house. They took a Srimad Bhagavatam set. So we can't understand how things work. We have to follow our schedule, be on time, because that is also bhakti. Be on time, come on time, and organize properly, prepare yourself, and distribute till the end of the time. Don't say, I'm not giving books, I'm going now. If you say, I'll do 2 hours, do 2 hours. If you do this, you'll protect yourself from your mind. Otherwise, every time you go, then you'll want to leave. But you tell yourself, I have to do 2 hours. This is the time I have to do. I have to start at this time, finish at this time. So in that case, we'll be able to control the mind. And if we see books are not going, stay on for some time. If you see, no, really they're not going after a long time, then you may change the area, go to another place. Yeah, but there are many reasons why books don't go, that we have to know. Another thing, that if books we're not able to distribute for some time, it gets bad, then you can pray. I heard this from many devotees. They start to pray to their guru or pray to Prabhupada. Or once it was appearance of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So someone went book distribution, and after some time was not able to give some books. Then he prayed to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and he said after that he gives so many books. So we can't understand how it works. I read a few days ago how a woman who was illiterate, she bought a Bhagavatam set. And no one is asking her, what are you going to do with this set? Not only that, but after some time she brought her friend. Her friend was also illiterate, and she sold it to her friend. And then no one could understand what's going on here. So that happens. Okay, now we are topics of how to distribute books. Now we have come to the last subtopic, which is inspiration. We have to be inspired. Inspired to go out, inspired to give more books, inspired to plan. So this inspiration, how will it come? Very simply, as I said right at the beginning of this talk, 16 rounds, 4 regulative principles, taking only prasadam, hearing lectures, reading the books. This will keep us in Krishna consciousness. And when our shravanam is good, hearing and reading, then we desire to do kirtan. What is the symptom of good shravan? Desire to do kirtan, desire to glorify Krishna, desire to spread the books. That desire comes when someone is very much convinced by the message and affected by it. So we just have to have good sadhana. But next, after that, is my inspiration is that also that we hear accounts of different people who got the books of Prabhupada and accounts of different people who go out book distribution. When we hear from them also, we become enlivened. We want to do it. So that keeps us inspired. Another one is that we read the book distribution quotes of Srila Prabhupada. As I said, I'll post it. We can read them. Some 20 pages where Prabhupada mentions so much. He says that simply by distributing books, we can change a country into a Krishna conscious nation. Okay, not only India, anywhere. And he said that if 1% of people become devotees through book distribution, that's enough. The world will change. So he said so many things. In one place, he's writing a letter and saying that, thank you for helping me in this book distribution. You will go back to Godhead. He says that. Now, if Prabhupada is telling someone he'll go back to Godhead, then he's going back to Godhead. And there are many places where Prabhupada said that simply by just pushing this book distribution, you will all be, Krishna will have mercy on you and will go back to Godhead. So, sorry, the connection is bad, can't do anything about it, but it's being recorded on YouTube, by the way. So, yeah, inspiration, read the quotes of Srila Prabhupada on book distribution. These are different ways. We have to stay inspired, because otherwise how will we go out day after day? We may have some initial push, or December marathon, or 1 week, let's do it. After some time it comes down. But if we are in Sattvagun, if we are in Krishna consciousness, then we'll be able to go on and sustain, even if we don't get to distribute many books. So these are points on how to do book distribution. Of course, many people can say many things, and depending on their realization. So I hope this can help. And if there's any questions, you can ask me in comments section. Anything else? Okay, Hare Krishna, I'll stop here. If there's any question, you can ask, otherwise we can end it. Anyway, you're all book distributors mostly. So please get ready for book distribution. Pick up these points, ask questions, and all the best for December. We'll be having some more classes. We'll put them in the group. Okay, Hare Krishna, I'll end it here now. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Harinam Sankirtan ki jai.